Hello and welcome to Smart Impressions. I'm Rachel and I have a great show for you today. AI is taking over the world, conversations. People are staying up at night wondering what it's going to do for me, for my business, for my future. And that's the name of our show today because we are gathered by a great guest who has spent the last 25 years learning about new tech and really implementing it. So join me and welcome me, Carlo Pepe, who is the CEO and founder of KOSHIMA.AI. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Rachel, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah.
You look like you're all right. You look like you're all right.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we got that covered. I'm good. AI is not taking over me anyhow. And you know what? That's the topic of our show today, which is the missing ingredient in AI, which people are missing. It's you. Humans. We need humans to implement this AI properly and effectively, and how humans really hold the key to making AI work in business. So we're going to jump right in because you are the expert with the most information about what's happening here. Take it away. What do you got? What's happening out in the field when you talk to these?
AI is not replacing people. I mean, will it in the future? Who knows? But that's like Terminator stuff, right? And Terminator is a film from the 80s. Hasn't happened yet. So it's going to happen in a long time. But you said, like, it's not going to replace us. We need to work with it. Actually, humans working together with AI is what it's all about. AI being put into business through human connections, through human discussions, through human discovery. This is what it's all about. Even to the point, Rachel, where I have a rule that I impart to all of the students who come on our training and enablement, and that is the 80-20 rule. You use AI, drive with AI 80% of your task, and then 20% dump the tool. It's all you. You need your fingerprint, your DNA, you need your personality, you need your words on the task output that you have. So everything, the buck stops with us, and it always should do.
No doubt. All right. So let's talk about just businesses, right? The people that are listening, and I invite you, come on into this conversation, jump in, ask questions. I know you got these dying questions that no one's been able to answer. Where do you go? I feel over-consumed by like AI trending topic. Where do you start this conversation? And this is why having Carlo today is so important. So I want to encourage you to please jump in if you got any questions. But what are some of the immediate challenges that you're finding when you go into businesses? And I first want to highlight, you're focusing on all types of businesses. So you're like agnostic. Any business that has a process and people, they can implement it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say that you focus on everything. That doesn't mean you focus. We're not tied to any one particular industry or business type. If you look at our name, Koshima, it's an island in the south of Japan where something called the 100th monkey phenomenon took place, which is all about incremental gains. So we have a function first approach. We go into any type of organization, any size, any industry, and we focus on functions. So your HR, your procurement, your sales, your marketing. And what we're looking for is those time-consuming, high-resource-intensive, cost-center activities that don't have good experiences of internal or external customers. And then what we do, identify those, and then we look to solve those using AI where possible. Like, it's not that sticky plaster that everyone should be putting on everything. A company I used to work for, actually, when public cloud came out, so the AWSs, the Googles, these sorts of things, came up with a phrase that is more relevant now for AI than it was for public cloud. And that is, AI is good for everyone. It's not good for everything. So all of this hype at the moment, you go onto LinkedIn, you go online, you look at blogs, you look at vlogs, you look at videos, you go to events. It's just loads of hype. This is what's going to happen in the future. AI is going to replace these industries. AI is going to replace people in these industries. For me, it's all a nonsense. What we need to be looking at is we need to be grounding everyone. Everyone calm down. Like, this isn't a runaway train that we've missed our seats on. What it is, it's another technology which is here to help us. It's another technology like mobile phones were, like internet was. And actually, this is going to be bigger than any of those, I think. What we need to do is we need to work with it. So when I first go into a customer, let's say we're doing some training. In fact, we don't even call it training. We call it enablement. There's no point teaching someone how to use a tool. Doesn't make sense. What makes sense is how you use the tool to do your job. So we don't care about functions and features and this sort of stuff. What we care about is the tasks people are doing and how they do that using the tools. But when we go in, the biggest problem, Rachel, honestly, is that no one knows how to use these tools. No one knows how to. We go in, and this happens quite often, right? So everyone thinks AI is ChatGPT for a start, which is entirely wrong. AI has been around since the 60s, first used by General Motors in the 60s. But generative AI that generates new content, these are the tools that we're using now. And this is what everyone thinks AI is. Let's say this is what AI is. It's accessible to us. It's in my pocket, on my phone, it's on my laptop. We can use it. But no one's ever been taught how to use this. You know, it's like someone's just picked up a tool and started finding a way of working with it. So the biggest problem we see, and the number one thing that people ask is, how do I prompt? How do I send the right request to Google Gemini, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot 365? That's the biggest one, Rachel, for sure.
Well, there's no doubt there's a lot of noise. Come on. I'm like dizzy from like AI, it's popping up everywhere because I'm on technology, right? So with 1,000 new tools a week, and I'm following like these blogs, I'm trying everything to see how it can help my business. I'm exploring. I'm like, wow, I'm seeing competitors coming out with the same solution. So like, it's messy, it's loud, it's frustrating, it's overwhelming, it's scary, right? People, that's what we're feeling. So if you're feeling that, welcome to my world. But how do businesses really find that clarity? And like, where do they focus first? Like, you got to focus, right? How can they make it small and make those early wins really affect their bottom line or just like see some like success, right? Where do you start?
So my answer is going to be a boring one, but it's the right one. I mean, I'm just being honest, right? And actually, we think this is pure logic. With the experience of AI and new tech, we just think this is pure logic. So 70% of technology projects fail because of a lack of alignment to the business requirements. This is an age-old stat. Now that's made worse. 80% of AI projects are failing because of a misalignment to business requirements and stakeholder needs. So basically, it doesn't do what it's promised to do because no one's actually looked at the business to understand what they need it to do. They just bought something which is shiny and new and not really mapped it out properly to the business requirements. So the boring answer, Rachel, is look internally at where you're spending time, where you're chewing up resources. Look internally at where you are creating bad experiences for customers, for partners, for employees. And it's these tasks and processes that are the right tasks and processes to focus on, instead of the distraction of the world, which is tools. When we started our consulting, we had something called a tool wheel. So we had this wheel, and each spoke would have been a new tool, and we would have had, and we have tools which are arranged by workflows within a function. So for instance, in HR, we would have had talent acquisition as one, and we would have had a tool for 10 different uses, 10 different tools for 10 different tasks or workflows in talent acquisition. We would then have the same for compensation and remuneration. We would then have the same for upskilling, so training and enablement. And we used to update these tools because Rachel, like you said, these tools are coming out literally on a weekly basis. There are new tools coming. Forget the big guys, right?
Thousands. Like it's like
It's crazy.
It's like Sheikh Zayed Road, basically traffic. It's bananas.
So we used to update these because we always wanted the freshest information going to our customers. We stopped after 6 weeks. We stopped. It was a zero-sum game.
Yeah.
There was no benefit to it. And actually, it weakened both the messaging that we were giving, the training that we were delivering, and it was confusing people because they would expect us as consultants, as experts, to understand each and every tool. That's impossible, number one, because so many are coming out. Number two, if you're constantly chasing the new tool, you're taking a solution-first approach. And that's entirely wrong. That's exactly what feeds into this statistics of 70 and 80% of projects fail. Because you're not looking at what you need as an individual, as a team, a department, or a business. When you do that, boom, then you can go out and you can say, this is what I need to do. What are the tools out there that achieve what I need to achieve? It changes the game, and it means you're not distracted with tools. It means you're focused on yourself and you're focused on your own work.
I feel like everyone should take a breath. You know what I mean? Like, you've just kind of put things in perspective and just shifted the way we're looking at it. I love that. Wayne Dyer says, change the way you look at things. Things begin to change. She's one of my favorites. And you've done that for me today. We run this show on a tight timeline, which means that we got only a few minutes left. And I want to make sure everybody gets 3 tips that you can leave them with today to prioritize how they're looking at AI, implementing AI, and really changing their business with the use of these tools. What do you got for us today?
So first one is stop. These are so profound. I lost my voice. Number one is stop chasing tools. If you are a business using Microsoft, then Microsoft Copilot 365 and OpenAI ChatGPT, they're all you need for the white collar worker. For someone buried into Microsoft Office, buried into their computer, these are the only 2 tools you need. Swap out Microsoft Copilot 365 if you're using Google. Then you use Gemini and ChatGPT. These 2, beautiful. Number 2 is in your teams or in your departments, or if you're a small business, round up the people and have a look about a discussion around where are our business challenges across 4 lenses. And this is our KOSHIMA time framework. So number 1 is time. Where do we spend time? Where do we spend too much time? Where would we allocate time if we had more time available? Number 2, investment of resources. Where are we chewing up resources? Either humans or technology. Number 3 is money. The tasks that we're looking at, is this revenue generating or is this a cost center? That puts a different lens onto things, right? And then number 4, E, are experiences. What are we doing? What are the tasks, activities that we have which are creating good experiences? How can we make them better? What's creating a bad experience? How can we improve those? So that's the second piece of advice. And number 3, start small, but think big and start now. This is the approach. Have a vision, do something manageable, get a win, let everyone celebrate, get some confidence, build on top of that. Confidence and curiosity that comes from confidence, these are the killer things you need to make progression.
Cool. I got a lot more than 3. I'll tell you that much. I'm just going to repeat it for anyone that missed that because it was so good. Stop, drop, no, stop, swap. That's what I got. Stop and swap, round up, talk about time, money, resources, experiences, start small and get your confidence out there and curiosity, because I think that's going to propel you in ways you couldn't even imagine. And so, Carlo, you're a rock star. Thank you so much for being the rock star in AI that we all need to depend on and find out how we're going to do it in our business for tomorrow. So thanks for joining me with a great conversation. We can go on for days.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. And I'm so excited that you were able to join us. I hope you jumped in on the conversation. We look forward to seeing you online because we need to optimize this online. Today's show is sponsored by the Bizz Angels. Check them out if you need some help with lead generation. And until then, I will see you next time. Mwah.